Well, look what we have here. Jerry, Tembo Tusk.
Hey, how you doing?
You are working things out for us.
We are.
What are these? Tell me about these.
These are Skottles.
Skottles.
It's a Skottle. It's a South African cooking device.
Cool.
Cooking contraption.
Yeah.
And
you just got a couple of bottles on the bottom of them. They look very straightforward.
Yeah, we use Coleman single burners.
Yeah.
Probably everyone has one in their garage. So anybody, you can use a burner from any Coleman burner.
Cool.
And it uses 10,000 BTUs. So and you can cook absolutely anything in this Skottle.
It's just like a shallow wok.
Well, actually, Skottle means shallow dish in South Africa.
All right.
In Afrikaans. So
cool. All right, everybody. We are back at the Overland bound testing laboratories here at HQ. It is a highly sanitized environment where we test different kinds of overland gear, and no, it's not. What we're going to do this morning is we're going to take a better look at the Tembo Tusk Skottle. We had this at the Overland bound rally, and it fed about 75 people, different hors d'oeuvres and various dishes. And what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to put it together, and I'm going to make an omelet. I'm not good at making an omelet on a regular day, so we're going to see how I do using the Tembo Tusk Skottle. Now the first thing we're going to do is put this thing together. You can see by my size the scale of this. It has this nice waterproof bag. I think that's water resistant, but it's very, very durable. One thing I like about Tembo Tusk, I've been following his products for a while, is that if it's not well thought out for overlanding, he doesn't sell it, and he makes his gear. So he puts a lot of time and attention into everything that he makes. Comes with this carrying case for 3 simple legs. One of the things I like about this is that the legs are not sectional. They're one piece. So you don't have a lot of different kinds of things to get broken or loose. It's a very simple design. Easy as that. You lay that out. Now we're going to take a look at the pan, the Skottle itself. The design is a very simple burner. Any source of propane will do. You can get a big tank if you want to. And then here is the pan itself. There it is. Now, if you look at the bottom, you can see that it's a fairly durable and, again, very simple design. All you do is you screw these legs in. The welds are very, very nice. It looks like this thing is gonna last quite a while. And it's pre-coated, so you have a surface. Now, over time, if you treat it right, that surface is going to become seasoned just like a cast iron pan and become very non-stick. Now, that's good because when I'm out and about, off-road, I like to do what I call dry cleaning. I don't want to have a big soapy tub of water to do my dishes. And if you have a nice non-stick seasoned surface, then you can do it without a lot of water. You can do the cleaning without a lot of water. Now, you saw how quickly I put that together. Another note I'm going to make about this design is you can access it from all points, right? I like that aspect. The other thing I like about it is you can stand all around it. It's unencumbered. Yeah. If you look at like the Coleman stove that I use, for example, there's something. Yeah, you can only be in front of it, and the cooking surface area is limited to the size of your pan. That's right. This looks great. That's awesome. Now, the burner again, you can use any source of propane. If you have a larger bottle, all that matters is that it fits this burner. The cool thing about this burner is that you can use it like that. If you want to boil some water and you're not cooking a meal, you can just take this burner, go and set it on a table in the morning, get one of those attachments on the bottom that is basically a stand, and use it just like that to boil some water. So that's cool too. And you saw that horseshoe shaped bracket underneath. This just slips right in there and rests. It's got a couple of eye hooks you can use to balance it, to get it to the right even angle. And then it's that simple. Turn it on. Boom, we're cooking with gas. Add a little olive oil while this thing heats up. Okay, now the fun begins. Now, this isn't a cooking show, so I have all my stuff pre-prepared. We don't need to go through all that. And first thing I'm gonna do is cook some veggies in here. Now you got about a 10-inch, what I've noticed here is that you got about a 10-inch area that is really the center for cooking. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting the things in that require the heat in the center. Cook those things a little bit faster. You know, mushrooms, you can almost eat those raw, so I'm leaving those kind of on the outside. And you can adjust the heat just like you want it. Okay, now my various seasoning mixes are all proprietary, very top secret, you know, so I just keep those a secret. I'm kidding. Rosemary, various Mediterranean spices, salt, pepper. Give it a little bit of a stir here. Now the one thing I watch is, because I want this, just like a cast iron pan, you know, because I want the Skottle to eventually become very, very well seasoned, I don't want my heat up so high that I'm burning the metal, right? So I keep an eye out for that. I want it just high enough to do what I need. And you know, like I said, in the case of like a steak, you want to brown the outside, so you're going to need some high heat. But here, you know, I've got this moderate. I've got this moderate in here. Now, when you're overlanding with your partners and friends, in the morning they're going to hear this, they're going to smell this, they're going to be crawling out of their tents, or off the top of their rig, or out of the dirt, or caught, whatever, you name it. Oh yeah. So now, look, I'm going to move this all out to the side. Going to move this all out to the side so it kind of stops cooking. Now when you move it off to the side, the thing that's going to happen is the center is going to start heating up because it doesn't have anything there to absorb the heat. Doesn't have any vegetables or anything. So you want to move, not frantically, but quickly enough. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat up, because right now I'm about to put eggs on there. But before I do that, again for good measure, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. I want to keep it kind of slick. There we go. Now these eggs are going to cool that pan down right away. There we go. Okay. And check this out. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Got some cheese in there now. Right? That's right. Now Mrs. Overland bound, she likes greens. We'll put some greens in there. We'll start putting this goodness in there. All right. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. Now, here's a key with flipping an omelet, guys. A lot of people don't know this. So I said this wasn't a cooking show, but I'm getting into a little bit of technique. I can't help myself. A lot of people don't know about flipping omelets is when you do it, you just got to do it. Bam. Bam. Go with gusto. Bam. All right. Not perfect execution, but you know what? I'll take it. Right? No one's going to complain about that. I'm gonna leave that for about 3 minutes. And then I may just flop it over one more time, make sure we got that egg cooked. Now, that's why you don't do this in your living room. All right, hey, I'm gonna call that a success for my first omelet on the Skottle. You guys saw how relatively easy that was. And you know, also you see how simple a design this is. That's key in overlanding. If it's too complicated, it's gonna break. This is gonna last for a really long time, and it's gonna be a normal part of my kitchen kit. Have you received a cheer for feeding your people?
We haven't had a cheer yet.
Hey you guys, cheers to Tembo Tusk for feeding us hors d'oeuvres. Thank you very much. Hey everyone, thanks a lot for subscribing here on YouTube. I also want to let you know there's a live conversation going on over at the overlandbound.com website. We've got a great community in the forums, and they're there posing questions and answering all the detailed questions you might have after you see one of these videos. So go check it out. Also, you can learn more about becoming an Overland Bound member. You get an awesome emblem for your rig or wherever you want to put it. You get privileges over on the overlandbound.com website. We'll let you know when our live events are coming up, and it's really a great way to be involved with the community. It also helps Overland Bound continue to do more, adventure out, outfit, explore, and bring more great videos. We're here to encourage people to get outside. It's all about vehicle-dependent travel. We want to answer your questions and make it super, super easy for you. Members have influenced thousands and thousands of people to date. It's been really awesome. We'd love for you to join along. All right, until next time, outfit and explore.